You've seen her on the world stage, standing tall as the first female vice president of the United States. But do you really know the story behind Kamala Harris's rise to power? From her humble beginnings to becoming one of the most influential women in the world, her journey is nothing short of extraordinary. And trust me, there's so much more to her story than what meets the eye. By the end of this video, you'll see Kamala Harris in a whole new light. So, let's get into it. Kamala Harris was born in Oakland, California, to parents who were both immigrants. Her mother, Shyamala Gopalan, was a cancer researcher from India, and her father, Donald Harris, was an economist from Jamaica. Growing up in a household that valued education and activism, Kamala was exposed to the importance of fighting for justice from a young age. But here's something you might not know. Her parents divorced when she was just 7 years old, and she was raised primarily by her mother. This strong, independent woman became Kamala's first role model, shaping her into the fearless leader she is today. Can you imagine the pressure of growing up with such high expectations? Yet, Kamala not only met them, she exceeded them. Fast forward to her college years, where Kamala attended Howard University, a historically black college in Washington, D.C. This is where she truly found her voice. Howard was more than just a school for Kamala. It was a place where she connected with her identity and honed her passion for public service. She joined debates, participated in protests, and even interned at the Federal Trade Commission. But here's the kicker. Did you know that during her time at Howard, she was part of a sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha? That's right. This sisterhood played a huge role in shaping her leadership skills and her commitment to community service. It's clear that Kamala's college years were a turning point in her life, setting the stage for her future in politics. After graduating, Kamala didn't waste any time. She went on to earn her law degree from the University of California, Hastings, and began her career as a deputy district attorney in Alameda County. This was just the beginning of her groundbreaking journey in the legal system. Over the years, she climbed the ranks, becoming the district attorney of San Francisco and later the attorney general of California. But here's where it gets really interesting. Kamala was the first woman, the first black person, and the first South Asian American to hold the position of attorney general in California. Talk about breaking barriers. Her work focused on criminal justice reform, fighting for the rights of the marginalized, and taking on big corporations. Love her or not, you can't deny her impact. Now, let's talk about her political career. In 2016, Kamala made history again by becoming only the second black woman ever elected to the U.S. Senate. During her time in the Senate, she gained a reputation for her sharp questioning during hearings and her unwavering commitment to justice. But what really put her in the global spotlight was her 2020 presidential campaign. Although she didn't win the nomination, her campaign was groundbreaking. She was a frontrunner, and her debates were unforgettable. Who could forget that iconic moment when she said, "That little girl was me," referring to being bused to school as a child? It was a powerful statement that resonated with millions. And then, of course, came the historic moment when Joe Biden chose her as his running mate, making her the first woman of color to be on a major party's presidential ticket. When they won the election, Kamala Harris became the first female vice president in U.S. history. It was a moment of pride for so many, but it also came with immense pressure. But here's the thing about Kamala Harris. She's not just a trailblazer. She's a symbol of hope and resilience. Her journey hasn't been easy. She's faced criticism, scrutiny, and countless challenges along the way. Yet, she continues to stand tall, breaking glass ceilings and inspiring millions of people around the world. Whether it's her work on voting rights, climate change, or economic equality, Kamala is constantly pushing for progress. And let's not forget her unique ability to connect with people, her authenticity, her humor, and her unapologetic approach to leadership have made her a role model for women and girls everywhere. So, what's next for Kamala Harris? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, her story is far from over. She's already made history, but her legacy is still being written. What do you think the future holds for her? Do you believe she'll run for president again? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.